Hi all, very good afternoon. This is Damini. Guys, Nishants are facing an issue while logging the GoToMeeting app. So just allow us 5 minutes. We shall start the session. So meanwhile, do you have any assistance from my end? Do you any help you require?
दामिनी,
Damini,
आपने
I
बोला था वो
haven't.
पोर्टल
Sorry, एक fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, Aditya.
आपने बोला था एक पोर्टल का एक्सेस मिलेगा, लॉगिन आईडी पासवर्ड, वो आज तक नहीं मिला मुझे।
आपको एक्सेस नहीं मिला अभी तक?
नहीं।
Can you just give me, can you just check your spam folder because आपको एडमिन से मेल आया होगा। इसमें डालिए।
लेट मी चेक।
Yeah, you must receive the email from the admin. If not in the inbox, check your spam.
ओके।
Tab 21.
Hi, Damini, Chirag this time.
Yeah,
मुझे कोई एक्सेस नहीं, कोई एक्सेस का ईमेल नहीं आया है।
Chirag, your voice is not clear. I'm sorry.
मुझे
I said that मुझे भी कोई मेल नहीं है ये LMS के रिगार्डिंग।
मैं काम करती हूँ। मैं ग्रुप में URL एंड लॉगिन आईडी एंड द पासवर्ड की डिटेल्स शेयर करती हूँ कि कैसे करना है। So you will be able to access your LMS access. ठीक है, मैं अभी ग्रुप में व्हाट्सएप कर दूँ।
Okay, Damini.
Yeah, Rehan?
I haven't been added to the WhatsApp group और मुझे भी वो एक्सेस नहीं मिला है जो LSA का जो एक्सेस है।
Have you guys tell to Karan or Sakshi for the same? Because I asked these two members of my team members to assist you on this for the part.
What? Your voice is not clear.
I was saying that आपको अपनी करण को या किसी को कुछ बोला इसलिए because Sakshi and Karan was there to assist you for related LMS access of WhatsApp part.
नहीं, एक्चुअली मेरे पास उन दोनों में से किसी का भी नंबर नहीं है तो
Okay, ठीक है. I'm just fixing this problem right today itself within a half an hour, guys. And Aditya, LMS के लिए I'm just dropping a message in the group. URL करूँगी send and उसमें user name and password. आप उसे एक बार चेक कर लेना, ठीक है?
ठीक है दामिनी। और दामिनी, पीयूष जो है वो ग्रुप में एडिट नहीं है, मेरा फ्रेंड है पीयूष, उसे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में ऐड भी कर दीजिएगा आप प्लीज।
ओके, मुझे आप प्लीज मुझे नंबर व्हाट्सएप कर दोगे, दैट वुड बी रियली ग्रेट।
मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी पिंग कर रखा है व्हाट्सएप पे, आप चेक कर लीजिए।
ठीक है डन। साक्षी, people are not added in the WhatsApp group. Two members, Piyush and Noman. एक बार चेक करके सॉर्टेड कर देते हैं। हाँ, उनको ग्रुप में ऐड करना है। ओके, अनमोल, डू यू नीड एनी असिस्टेंस?
नहीं, nothing as of now.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks. Atul, are you looking for any assistance from my end?
दामिनी, आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि मैंने वो LMS वाला जो ऐप है वो आई डाउनलोडेड, बट उसमें ना कोई भी मॉड्यूल्स या उसमें कोई भी चीज आ नहीं रही है कि दैट आई कैन सी एंड लर्न फ्रॉम इट। मतलब दैट इज फुली ब्लैंक। मेरी प्रोफाइल क्रिएटेड है, कुछ ऐसा है नहीं कि जिसमें मैं जाके कुछ कर सकूं।
No, it's already in अपडेटिंग, वो उसको अपडेट हो रहा है। सो बाय टुडे वो आपका सारा वो सॉर्टेड हो जाएगा ना, आपको दिख भी जाएगा।
So like right now I can't read anything, right?
क्या होता है ना, कई स्टूडेंट्स को एक्चुअली हमारे ये पीछे बैकएंड से आपको LMS एक्सेस मिलता है। कई बार क्या होता है, आपको LMS में आपको आपकी वीडियोस या PPT ऐसा कुछ भी शो नहीं होता। तो बैकएंड से क्या वो होता है, पीछे से आपको प्रॉब्लम हुआ होता है, तो मैं उनको अभी बोल देती हूँ, वो सही करा देंगे उनको और आपको फटाक ये जल्दी से कर दें आपको सॉर्टेड।
हाँ जी, क्योंकि मैं
that was the same cases with me. I even tried, like I couldn't find anything to like learn and do anything. Like, so please mainly भी देख लीजिएगा please. मेरा भी नहीं चल रहा है.
Favor Mohit and Pavleen specifically, कैन यू जस्ट व्हाट्सएप मी द कंसर्न so मैं आपको अभी इसी का काम आफ्टर स्टार्टिंग सेशन में साइड बाय साइड वो काम भी कर देती हूँ.
Like, what should I share with you? What details you want?
Share the screenshot.
You want a
Okay,
screenshot?
okay. So I should watch.
The screenshot of the app कि वहाँ पे जैसे आपको ऐप जब ओपन करते हो तो दिखता है ना कि वहाँ पे आपको क्या साइन है क्या नहीं है, तो वहाँ पे उसका स्क्रीनशॉट दे देना मुझे बस.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so apart from others, Chirag, Mahima, Piyush and Naman, we added
Bye.
to the WhatsApp group. Can you just check?
Yeah, I did.
Damini, one more thing, like the app is not allowed to take the screenshot. I tried to do that right now, but it is showing an error that you can't take the screenshot of the app.
Okay. Just give me a minute. I write
Yeah.
all the queries. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, so one by one I'm solving the concern. Okay, so Aditya was saying the LMS issue.
हाँ जी दामिनी.
Yeah, Aditya, apart from आपको schedules मिल रहे हैं proper?
Yeah.
Okay. Anmol, you are did you receive the LMS access and you are receiving all the required things? Anmol.
Yes.
Okay. Atul.
I have a.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting everything.
Okay. Chirag.
हेलो.
Yeah, Chirag.
हेलो.
Yeah, Chirag, go on.
LMS एक्सेस के रिगार्डिंग मेल नहीं है मेरे पास. मैंने चेक किया है, स्पैम में भी कोई मेल नहीं है.
ठीक है. एंड शेड्यूल मिल रहा है आपको ना प्रॉपर?
यस.
ठीक है.
Damini,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Mohit again.
Yeah.
I even did try taking the screenshot of the app, but it's not working. It's not letting me to take the
No,
screenshot.
मैं वो कर लेती हूँ. I already write down your concern, so मैं उसमें कर देती हूँ.
Thank you.
महिमा.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Damini.
Are you able to?
Hello.
Have you received the LMS access and all?
Yes, I have everything.
Okay. Numan, your is
Okay.
also right?
Pardon, please.
Okay, Mahima, that's all I require. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Numan.
Hello.
Oh, your voice was not clear. You were asking me something, right?
Mahima, you can put yourself on mute. Numan, I'm saying आपको LMS access मिल गया था?
No.
And schedule मिल रहा है?
हाँ, शेड्यूल मिल रहा है और व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भी ऐड हो गया मैं, और मैंने चेक कर लिया. बस वो LMS का देख लो.
ठीक है. एंड पवलीन, आपको YouTube वीडियो का एक्सेस मिल गया?
नहीं, I didn't got YouTube access video, and also the LMS is not working for me.
वो उसका मैंने ऑलरेडी लिख दिया है. ठीक है. एंड पीयूष, have you received the LMS?
I didn't.
Okay. Sahil.
अब LMS एक्सेस नहीं मिला है. शेड्यूल और व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में तो एडेड होगा.
ठीक है. ठीक है guys, thank you so much.
Hello.
You will be getting all the required things in next half an hour. Once it's done, I will drop a message in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Thank you. Sir, you can start your session. Nishant, sir, you can start the session. We are done with the feedback.
Nishant sir, if you already started and sharing something, so I'm not able to hear you.
Give me a minute, guys. I'm just checking.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nishant, audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we completed these horizontal, vertical in the last class, if I'm not wrong. Can you help me to recollect what we did in the last class?
Investment
If I'm
bank
not-
versus commercial bank only.
Okay. Okay. Any questions from what we discussed last time? We have not discussed this slide, correct? The slide which you can see on the screen. Have we discussed this?
No, Nishant.
No, sir.
Okay. So I think in the last class, we've discussed commercial bank, we've discussed investment bank. Now, commercial bank, so different color, yeah. So commercial bank has two teams. One is a corporate banking team and another is a retail banking team. Now, the difference is the retail banking team is offers a banking solution to individuals. So, for example, if I go to ICICI Bank as an individual and say I want to open a bank account or I need a banking product or a service, then I will be dealing with the retail banking team of ICICI Bank. Whereas if Infosys go to ICICI Bank and say Infosys need any banking requirement or they need a banking services, then the retail team of ICICI will not be interacting with the Infosys. It's a corporate banking team which will be interacting with the Infosys. So that's the difference between retail banking and the corporate banking. These are not two different banks. These are the sub teams of the commercial banking entity. So ICICI Bank, SDFC Bank, Axis Bank, all these banks will have two teams, which is one corporate banking and second retail banking team. So any doubt on this?
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't hear you anything because I lost the connection. Could you please repeat a bit?
So for example, let's take an example of Ematicus only. So you want to do a program with Ematicus. So you go and interact with their counselors and representative. So that those representatives or counselors are part of the retail team of Ematicus. But let's assume if JP Morgan wants Ematicus to conduct corporate training sessions for their employees, then the team who handles that is a corporate training team for Ematicus. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain here. So in banks also, in commercial bank like ICICI Bank or SDFC Bank, you have two teams, which is a corporate banking team and retail banking team. And the role of these teams are different. The retail banking team will take care of the individuals and the corporate banking team will take care of the corporates. Pavleen, is this clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll start with retail banking. So retail banking, the first is retail lending and services. This is typical loans, lending loans like home loan, car loan, given to individuals like you and me. So those are categorized under retail lending services. Then you have private banking. Now within individuals, there would be few individuals which are HNIs. HNIs is high net worth individuals. So for example, you can take any celebrities or for example, let's say Mr. Bachchan, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, all these are individuals. But if they go to ICICI Bank, they will require they should be given, or they would expect a probably special treatment, both in terms of they will not stand in queue like you and me. They would expect their relationship managers to go and meet their offices or place, whereas we need to go to the bank or a branch in case we need any banking services and so on. So private banking is again a category under retail banking. The difference is these are high net worth individuals, the individuals who will transact into big value transaction. Hence, they are given more customized and privileged services vis-a-vis other individuals. So both private banking and retail banking falls in the category of retail because both are pertaining to individuals. Any doubt in first two? So private banking in different banks are called with different names. For example, some of the in some banks these are called a private banking. In some it's called a privileged customers. In some banks these are called a diamond customers. So the name or the marketing lingo that they use could be different. But in the spirit, it means that from normal individuals, if you are holding a balances more than that, then you will be given special treatment. So that's called as private banking. Any doubt in first two under retail banking?
No, it's clear, Nishant.
Okay, so in case no doubt on the first two, then on the corporate banking side, you first have financing. So let me first take this corporate loans. So corporate loans is again similar to a retail lending. The difference is these are the loans. This refers to loans given to corporates. Then you have SME lending. SME lending is small and medium enterprise lending, which means within corporates, you have a category called SME. For certain banks, you have MME as well. But SME means small and medium enterprises, small corporates, corporates which is into the initial stage of their journey. So those are called as SME. When a bank is giving loans to those small corporates, those are categorized under SME lending. Then you have financing. Financing means again very similar to lending. The small difference under financing and the loans is under financing. It's a very specific project that you try and fund. So, for example, for example DLF, if DLF is setting up a new commercial setup, they are into construction business, so they're constructing some commercial space, and for that particular specific purpose, if the bank is giving loan, it's still a loan. It's called as that the bank is financing them. So these two are pretty same, which means typically giving loans or giving finance to the corporates. So let me put numbers on this so it's easy for you to identify. So any doubt in first four?
Sir, if any corporate bank is taking loan, it will be for the specific reason only. So, like, how would it be different from the financing part? Means I got confused in these two.
No, so suppose let's say if you're Infosys, there are two ways you can take a loan. You can go to a bank and say, I am into an IT business and hence I need a loan. Now, this is typically a kind of a corporate loan where you take a loan that I want to do a business. But if you go to a bank and say, I'm Infosys, I am launching this software, and for development of this specific software I need loan, then that generally is called as financing. So it's very similar. The only small difference in a corporate loans, the purpose is defined, but the purpose is still more not made very specific. Whereas in financing, you make it very, very specific that I will do construction and I will do exactly this construction, and that's why it falls in the category of financing.
Okay, sir, got it.
For example, you are Maruti India Private Limited, and you go to a bank and say, I need a loan because I want to produce more cars, I want to come out with new designs, and hence I need a loan. So that's still you're giving the purpose that I want to invest into car manufacturing business, and I want to come out with some new designs. I want to increase my production capacity. So that's one way. Another way is you say, okay, I'm coming out with car or design X. Let's assume the name of the new car is X, and you say, okay, I'm coming out with the launch of X car, and the design of this X and marketing of the X. So which means you're making it very specific that you're taking this loan or funding for only design of or manufacturing of the car X, not beyond that. That's where I meant that under financing you become more specific vis-a-vis loans.
Okay, sir.
Any doubt in first four? Okay, next is trade finance. So trade finance is if I am, let's assume, financing trade, which means financing my business. So suppose if I'm an exporter, I'm a manufacturer in India, but I export my goods, let's assume, to US, and let's assume one of you is a US buyer. So suppose let's assume Pavleen is based out of US, and she has given me a call that can you produce X quantity of this product and export to me? I said yes. But now for production of those goods, she's not willing to give me an advance payment because why should she give me advance payment? Because her concern is that if she gives me advance payment, then I can run away with the money, and she's based out of US, will have a lot of legal challenges. But for me to produce goods that too in a bulk quantity for export, I need funds. So I go to a bank and say, I have this export order from Pavleen, and hence I need some kind of funding to finance this trade. And if, let's say, ICICI Bank agrees to give me funding to meet this export order, that's called as trade finance. So that's point number 5.
Hello.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So can you give me some other example, or it is only for export import goods, trade finance?
It can be for the domestic trade as well, but domestic trade में इतना aggressive नहीं होता. It's pretty. The volumes are on the lower side. It's majorly on the export and import side, because domestic में there is not significant. There are not so much of challenges. जितना export import में, because export import में there are a couple of additional challenges. One is the legal, the law you're following. You are between the law of the two countries, correct? So, for example, US and in India, I need to fight against the law of two countries if I have to.
Yes.
If suppose if Pavleen gives me money and I run away, so she has to probably tussle between two laws. Then there is a geographical disadvantage or the gap in terms of the distance, correct? If I run away, she cannot come to my place and get hold of me easily. But in a domestic trade, that's relatively still easy and can be done. Third is the if let's assume I and Pavleen is for the first time doing a commercial transaction, then I don't know her and she don't know me, so we neither of us have any trust on the other party. So nobody is willing to give any advance payment to us. So these are some of the additional complications that comes in international trade, and that's the reason international trade में trade financing ज़्यादा होती है. Having said this, ऐसा नहीं है कि domestic में नहीं होती, domestic में भी हो सकती है. So same logic, if let's assume Pavleen is a domestic buyer, she's based out of India, I am based out of India, and she gives me a big bulk order and says, can you also give me some advance payment? She says, no, I'm not going to give you any advance payment. Then if I have to honor that commitment, if I have to produce that, or if I have to produce goods for that order, I have no choice but to go to a bank and say, I need a loan. If that bank agrees to give me a loan, that's also under trade finance. To keep it simple, trade finance simply means funding or finance for meeting your trade requirement. When I say trade, it is primarily to meet your domestic sales or your international sales, which is your exports. It could be on the import side as well. For example,
so I just wanted to understand what are the difference between trade finance and financing then, because if you have given the example of Wipro or something Infosys, right? Okay. So in Infosys, a company is making a software, right? वो भी market में बेचेगा, वो उसका भी trading होगा, and in this also वो अपना manufacturing का काम कर रहा है. तो how these two are different? बस वही मुझे जानना था.
So financing है, that's more on the capital account, which means, for example, if DLF comes and say I am building a property, I'm building a residential complex, and I need loan, so I will not call as a trade finance, because वो long term investment एक asset बनेगा, land बनेगा. But एक product को export import करने के लिए चाहिए, so that's more of a trading of the product. That's called a trade finance. यही difference है.
Okay.
Trade finance is more on the products, and financing is more on building the assets.
Okay. That was.
अब आपको let's assume you want to manufacture, so you have Maruti and you have designed a new technology of an engine. Now उस engine को produce करने के लिए आपको एक बहुत बड़ी नई मशीन की जरूरत है. वो आप जब नई मशीनरी को खरीदने के लिए बैंक से लोन लोगे तो आप उसको क्या ट्रेड फाइनेंस बोलोगे?
That will be my asset. So this is financing.
That will fall under financing, not trade financing.
Okay. Thanks.
अब let's assume आप मारुति आपको उबर से 1000 cars मैन्युफैक्चर करने का ऑर्डर मिल जाता है. So Uber gives you an order, please manufacture 1000 cars and give it to us in next 3 months. And Uber says we'll not give you any advance payment, but the moment you deliver those 1000 cars, we'll give you the entire payment in one go. Now, if suppose you believe this is right and you can trust Uber, then there are two ways to do this. One, you bring your own money to manufacture 1000 cars. If you don't have that money, you have to go to the bank and take that funds. If you go to the bank and take that funds, that is trade finance, because आपके पास एक order आ गया है, उस order को उसको meet करने के लिए या honor करने के लिए आप एक बैंक से लोन ले रहे हो. That's called a trade finance.
Yeah, totally understand.
Any else? First 5 points.
So could you repeat once again the corporate loans and SME lending?
Corporate loan means loans given to corporates, and SME lending means within corporates you have some corporate which is very small in size and value. उनको SME बोला जाता है, small and medium enterprises. So आप उन small companies को, small corporates को जब loan देते हैं उसको SME lending बोलते हैं.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next is treasury, point number 6. So treasury means so suppose generally corporate banks, most of the commercial banks have this setup of treasury. The role of the treasury, the primary role of the treasury is to manage two things. One is to manage surplus funds. So generally a bank generally deals with funds, correct? And bank might face both the situations. So suppose bank might have funds of 100 crores, but they only need 20 crores. So they are sitting on a surplus of 80 crores. And what should they do with that surplus of 80 crores? Then this treasury team comes into the picture and they start investing the surplus funds to start making some return out of this. So that's the first role of this treasury, that they invest the surplus funds, if any. Second, they also take care of the shortages of the fund, which means if the bank needs, let's assume 60 crores, but the bank only has 40 crores, then the bank is short of 20 crores. And again, the same team goes out in the market and raises the fund. So to keep it simple, the treasury team is a team who is responsible for managing first surplus of the funds and second the shortage of the funds. So that completes the commercial banking, both corporate and retail. So we're done with the first 6. Unless you have any question, let me know.
Except the point number 6, all 5s are related to like individuals and the companies and the corporates. But this particular, the treasury is something which is like completely related to the bank and the bank treasury department, let's say. So उसमें ये individuals का ये is it a service given to the individuals or corporate or is it bank के लिए ये क्या है ये exactly treasury?
Both ways है. So just banks में तो होता ही है, because a bank deals in funds, correct? So bank might experience or might face a situation of surplus and shortages, hence they need some team to manage that. Similarly, corporates में भी होता है, especially big corporates like suppose Reliance, Tata and stuff like this. These corporates also keep on experiencing the same situation where sometimes they might have surplus of funds, sometimes they might have shortage of funds. So these corporates also have their own treasury team, which probably takes care of the same requirements, be it on surplus side or be it in shortage of.
So तो ये सर क्या एक सर्विस है जो बैंक दे सकता है, let's say अगर मेरे पास फंड जाए तो वो being a treasury को वो मेरे को help करेगा ये क्या, or it's just something which is only related to the bank? यहाँ पॉइंट देने का पर्पस क्या था, ये मतलब ये वो जानना है.
नहीं समझा, दोबारा रिपीट करो क्वेश्चन.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था, जैसे आपने बताया ट्रेजरी इज अ डिपार्टमेंट which takes care of the surplus fund or either the shortage of fund either in a bank or corporate companies में भी अगर दिक्कत है तो उनकी अपनी पर्टिकुलर ट्रेजरी टीम होती है which takes care of all these issues concern. तो यहाँ पे इस पॉइंट का देने का जो है पर्पस, is it a service which bank also gives to the companies and corporates कि मैं आपका टेक केयर करूंगा being a treasurer?
Yes, so bank also, for example, let's assume Tata Motors. So suppose Tata Motors has surplus funds, but they do not have their in-house treasury team. So क्या होगा? They might come to their bank and say, we need some treasury support, we need some treasury services because we have surplus fund, but we don't have in-house treasury team. तो वो बैंक के treasury team से बोलेंगे आप हमें advise करो, help करो.
Okay, thank you sir.
वो भी होता है अगर आपके पास इन-हाउस टीम नहीं हो. हाँ जी, anything else? Yeah. Any questions for first 6? Okay. Moving on. So next is equity market. I think we've discussed at length what is equity and debt. So discussed in the earlier classes that capital, which is total amount invested in the business, can come from two sources: equity, owners fund, and debt, which is borrowed fund. So, and we've discussed that we've discussed that if you as a company wants to raise funds through equity, you can come out and issue shares, correct, in primary market. We've discussed about primary and secondary, correct, guys?
No, we
Have we
didn't.
No,
Okay.
sir.
No, sir.
So we'll discuss today. So what does the equity market means? That if I want to issue equity shares, I can issue equity shares into the equity market. Let's understand what does it mean. Equity market is being divided into two parts. One is primary market, and second is secondary market. Suppose when Reliance comes out and Reliance want to issue the shares, when Reliance ने shares issue करे public को, Peace Public, public ने Reliance को पैसा दे दिया. So ये जो market है ये primary market होती है. And let's say public में investor P1 ने खरीदा, अब वो P1 P2 को आगे shares बेचता है. ये shares है और बदले में पैसा लेता है. ये secondary market है. So this is primary market and this black one. So what does this mean? The primary market is the market where the company directly issues the shares to the investor or to the public and directly raises the funds. वो primary market होती है. Secondary market is where one investor in turn sells the shares to another investor. उसको secondary market बोलते हैं. पर ये दोनों market में हो क्या रहा है? Company के equity जो shares है वही buy and sell हो रहे हैं and that is what is called as equity market. Is this clear? What is primary market and secondary market?
Yes, sir.
So hence जो IPO होता है, FPO होता है, ये दोनों प्राइमरी मार्केट के पार्ट है. और जो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की ट्रेडिंग होती है वो सेकेंडरी मार्केट का पार्ट है.
Nishant, is equity market and stock market both are same thing or like different things?
So equity market का एक पार्ट होता है स्टॉक मार्केट. So as I told you, equity market has both primary market and secondary market. And secondary market को stock exchange बोलते हैं.
Okay,
So
got
stock
it.
exchange,
Thank you.
stock exchange is is equity market has two parts. Stock exchange is one of those two parts.
Okay, thank you.
So this is 7. Then you have research. Now, okay, what does investment bank do in an equity market? So let's assume if Reliance wants to issue shares, so Reliance come to investment bank and request investment bank to help them in issuing the shares in the primary market. That's the role that we do when these clients come to us for helping them in raising the funds. Research. And what is research? Suppose you're an investor, you have surplus funds, you have $1 million, you want to invest, you come to us and say, Nishant, I want to invest $1 million, where should I invest? So I have to give you some advice, correct? I have to tell you stock A, stock B, stock C. But for me to give you advice, first I need to do some research. I need to find out which company is doing good, which company is not doing good, why, and what are the bases, what are the news, what are the recent developments and stuff like this. So that's what the research is. Research is gathering information for you to tell your clients what is good investment and what is bad investment, so that you can give them recommendations to invest. That's called as research. Any doubt in 7 and 8? Again, this is done by investment bank.
Nishant, could you please explain that part only again, like what an investment do in equity market?
So if a company wants to issue shares in the primary market, they need some consultant to help them. The consultant is the investment bank.
Okay.
Is the research clear to everyone? Anyone, any query on point number 7, point number 8 before I move further? So this is 9 and this is 10. Any doubt in 7 and 8 before I move to 9? Okay. So 9 is M&A. M&A stands for mergers and acquisition. So if company A is merging with company B, that's merger. If company C is acquiring company D, that's acquisition. Okay. So we'll discuss at length this merger and acquisition later. But ये सब investment bank के through होता है. So we help our clients in these mergers and acquisition, and that's called as an M&A, which is merger and acquisition services. So to keep it simple for you as of now, till the time we go to the depth of what is merger and acquisition, how it is being done. So if client A and company B, when there is a merger between them or there's an acquisition between them, this is being facilitated through a consultant called an investment. क्या करते हैं, कैसे क्या होता है, वो आगे आएगा. Any question for 9? Now sales and trading. Now suppose my research team has done a research and they found out that investment into HCL stock is very good investment opportunity. Now I go to an investor and try and pitch that idea. अब मैं उसको कन्विंस कर लेता हूँ कि ये अच्छा आइडिया है, वो इन्वेस्ट कर देता है. So that is sales for me. मैंने अपना idea sell कर दिया किसी को. That is called a sales business. When you are able to sell, your research or your idea to someone, that is called as sales business. You're selling your idea.
So then how it will be different with the research? Like in research also we are finding out some of the inputs and then helping them to make the investment in that particular thing. And in sales also we will be doing the research and then helping them to make the deals in that. So how these two will be different?
Research is actually finding on what is good and what is bad. And then sales is you go and convince the client that yes, this is good, and then client makes that investment. Is that clear? Lovely.
Like somehow, like in research.
Okay, let me give an example. So for example, if you're a part of research and you've done a research and you come out with the analysis that stock A and B are good investment opportunity. Okay, you've done that research. This is research. Now I am the client. Now you come and present this idea. You send this idea to me through email, and on the phone you are able to explain that to me. And I say, okay, Pavleen, my queries are resolved, and I am convinced I can invest. This is sales. You've sold your idea to me now. In research, you create idea. In sale, you sell that idea.
So these both are interlinked. Like if
Yes.
I'm dealing in research.
Yes, these are interlinked. Any doubt?
And so why we have added over here like sales and trading? Like sales is something which I did. I sold my idea to the client to buy out this share. And then what about the trading will take a part in it?
Trading kara raha hu. So before I move to trading, any other doubt? Anybody? Any other question? Okay, now what is trading? Let's assume, Pavleen, you have done research and you decide, okay, let's talk A and B are good investments. And your company, let's assume you're a part of company ABC Limited. No, not ABC Limited. Let's assume you're a part of X Limited. Now in sales, what you did, X Limited ने research किया और उसने अपने क्लाइंट को कन्विंस कर दिया कि क्लाइंट अपना पैसा वहां लगाने के लिए रेडी हो जाए. दैट इज व्हाट द सेल्स इज. ट्रेडिंग क्या होता है कि पवलीन एक्स की एम्प्लॉय है, पवलीन ने रिसर्च किया और एक्स खुद ही अपना पैसा लगाने के लिए वहां पे इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए रेडी हो जाए. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रेडिंग बिजनेस. इसको प्रोप्राइटरी ट्रेडिंग भी बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्री में. जब आप प्रोप्राइटरी ट्रेडिंग करते हो तो आपको प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस मिलता है. सो इस इन्वेस्टमेंट में जो भी प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस होगा वो एक्स को मिलेगा. बट जब आप सेल करते हो तो आपको कमीशन मिलता है और लॉस और प्रॉफिट जो होगा वो क्लाइंट को मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो ओनर है उस ट्रांजेक्शन में. आप सिर्फ उसके इंटरमीडियरी हो. Yes, I'm asking something. Go ahead.
So could you repeat the point for the trading?
So let me give you a simple example. Suppose आप एक रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर हो. आप रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर हो और आपने रिसर्च करके फाइंड किया कि एक अच्छी प्रॉपर्टी अवेलेबल है. मैं आपके पास आया, मैंने कहा मैं प्रॉपर्टी खरीदना चाहता हूँ, बताओ कोई अच्छी प्रॉपर्टी. तो आपने मुझे प्रॉपर्टी दिखाई और मुझे प्रॉपर्टी कन्विंस कर लिया कि वो अच्छी प्रॉपर्टी है. तो ये रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर के लिए सेल्स बिजनेस है. क्लियर है यहाँ तक? केस 2. अब वो रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर ने खुद का पैसा लगा के वो प्रॉपर्टी खरीद ली और फिर फ्यूचर में बेच के प्रॉफिट कमा लिया. वो ट्रेडिंग बिजनेस.
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सो मच.
Guys, so we're done with these first 10 points. I'm giving you a minute in case anybody has any doubt, you want to note down anything, कुछ absorb करना है, कुछ भी पूछना है before we go to the smaller semicircle. 8 doubt in first 10.
Sir, yeah, I wanted to ask one thing. Like, in investment banking, you said equity market आता है और equity market में दोनों आते हैं, primary market and secondary market. So, how investment bank helps in secondary market? Like, वो तो stock exchange का part है, तो SEBI पूरा देख रहा है.
नहीं, SEBI तो रेगुलेटर है. सो सपोज अभी आपने शेयर इशू कर दिया और आपको शेयर सपोज डीलिस्ट करने. व्हाट इज डीलिस्ट? और छोड़ो डीलिस्ट छोड़ो, बायबैक करने हैं आपको. व्हाट इज बायबैक? Buyback is, so what is IPO? IPO is initial public offering where the company offers the shares to the public. And what is buyback? Buyback is a reversal of this, which means कंपनी अपने शेयर्स मार्केट से वापस खरीद लेती है. तो वो भी तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक की हेल्प करता है. वो तो सेकेंडरी मार्केट ही होगा. दूसरा एग्जांपल.
सर, आपने बताया था ना कि IPO प्राइमरी मार्केट का पार्ट होता है.
बट बायबैक तो सेकेंडरी मार्केट से ही होगा ना.
अच्छा, like the public is going to give back the shares to the company. तो वो
Yes.
बायबैक का पार्ट हो गया.
Yes.
ठीक
The
है.
other example, let's assume company A wants to acquire company B. और कंपनी को एक्वायर करने के लिए शेयर्स खरीदने की जरूरत है. कंपनी ए स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे जाकर शेयर्स खरीदती है. उसमें भी इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक इन्वॉल्व होता है.
ओके सर.
यदि जब आएगा आगे, ये तो अभी आपको एक बहुत ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू दिया जा रहा है व्हाट इज इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक एंड व्हाट आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एक्टिविटी. ईच ऑफ दीज एक्टिविटी विल कम इन मच मोर डिटेल इन कमिंग स्लाइड्स or probably in next couple of sessions. Anything else? Okay. Now, so अभी हमने बात किया इक्विटी की. इक्विटी क्या होता है? ओनर्स फंड. So equity is owners fund. ये आप दो जगह से रेज कर सकते हो, दो सोर्सेज से रेज करते हो. वन इज पब्लिक, इसको आईपीओ या एफपीओ बोलते हैं. सेकंड इज प्राइवेट. इसको प्राइवेट इक्विटी बोलते हैं. So what do you have private equity and company? Privately from limited set of investors. This is called as private equity. Rather than so this is called as private equity. So जैसे इमार्टिकस है, इमार्टिकस ने प्राइवेट इक्विटी से फंड्स रेज किए. या रिलायंस है, रिलायंस ने पब्लिक से फंड्स रेज करे हैं. So Reliance is into this category, but Imarticus is into this category, private equity. Let me put this point number 11. Anji, without private equity. Any question on private equity? Okay. Next is boutique M&A. Boutique M&A means those small investment bank जो small M&As में डील करते हैं, जो बड़े M&A के ट्रांजेक्शन नहीं करते हैं, जो छोटे M&As होते हैं उनको boutique M&A बोलते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज क्रेडिट रिसर्च. ये रिसर्च मैंने आपको बताया दो तरह के रिसर्च होते हैं, दो से ज्यादा होते हैं, बट प्राइमरी दो कैटेगरीज लेके चलते हैं अभी. इक्विटी रिसर्च एंड क्रेडिट रिसर्च, व्हिच मींस सपोज आपके पास 10 लाख रुपीज है एंड यू से यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इनटू इक्विटी शेयर्स. यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इनटू इक्विटी शेयर्स. मैं आपके लिए जो रिसर्च करूंगा, आदित्य कैन यू गो ऑन म्यूट अनलेस यू आर स्पीकिंग. इन्वेस्ट इनटू, यू वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इनटू इक्विटी शेयर्स, और मैं आपके लिए जो शेयर्स, मैं जो आपके लिए रिसर्च करूंगा, वो रिसर्च का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या होगा कि आपके लिए बेस्ट इक्विटी स्टॉक्स फाइंड आउट करना, तो उसको इक्विटी रिसर्च बोलते हैं. अब लेट्स अज्यूम you have 10 lakh rupees, but you want to invest or give loan to someone. ठीक है, invest in debt और give loan, एक ही बात है. अब मैं आपके लिए जो रिसर्च करूंगा उसको क्रेडिट रिसर्च बोलते हैं. क्योंकि आपके लिए अब इक्विटी का तो रिसर्च करूंगा नहीं। इट्स लाइक आप रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकर हो और मुझे घर खरीदना है, तो आप घर खरीदने की रिसर्च करोगे। मैं आपको आके बोलूंगा कि मुझे शॉप खरीदनी है, तो आप मुझे शॉप खरीदने की रिसर्च करोगे। ऐसे दो अलग अलग रिसर्च है। जब क्लाइंट को इक्विटी में खरीदना हो तो उसके लिए जो रिसर्च किया जाता है वो इक्विटी रिसर्च हो गया। जब क्लाइंट को डेट में इन्वेस्ट करना हो या लोन देना हो किसी को, उसके लिए जब वो रिसर्च करी जाती है उसको क्रेडिट रिसर्च हो। क्रेडिट का मतलब क्या होता है? उधार, लोन। जब आपको किसी को उधार देना है, किसी को लोन देना है, जब वो आपको करना है तो उसके लिए जो मैं रिसर्च करूँ वो क्रेडिट रिसर्च हो जाएगा। हाँ जी, सो दिस इज क्रेडिट रिसर्च इज 13। Any doubt in credit research? Next है AMC. Before we understand AMC, हमें म्यूचुअल फंड समझना पड़ेगा। तो फर्स्ट लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड म्यूचुअल फंड। सो म्यूचुअल फंड क्या होता है? सो लेट्स से ऐसे इन्वेस्टर्स हैं A, B, C, D, E। ऐसे बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर्स हैं जिनके पास स्मॉल सेविंग्स है, 100 रुपीज, 500 रुपीज, 1000 रुपीज एंड सो ऑन। ठीक है, बट इन लोगों के पास इतना ज्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है कि ये लोग इन्वेस्ट कर सके, या है बट इतना टाइम और एक्सपर्टीज नहीं है। तो ये लोग क्या करते हैं, ये अपना इंडिविजुअली जो इनके पास सेविंग्स है वो म्यूचुअल फंड में दे देते हैं। म्यूचुअल फंड में यहाँ पे सब इस अमाउंट को टोटल करके यहाँ पे एक फंड मैनेजर बैठता है, वो आगे टोटल अमाउंट को इन्वेस्ट कर देता है मार्केट के अंदर, और जो रिटर्न्स आता है उसमें से अपनी फीस को डिडक्ट करके प्रोपोर्शनेट बेसिस पे इन्वेस्टर्स को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देता है। दिस इज हाउ म्यूचुअल फंड वर्क्स। कोई डाउट इसमें? ठीक है, इन केस नो डाउट। सो जो एएमसीज होती हैं, एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी, ये फंड एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी ये फंड मैनेजर के ऊपर बैठती है टू मैनेज दिस एसेट्स। सो what is asset management company? A company who is managing the asset of the mutual fund. Asset क्या हुए? जब आपको इन इन्वेस्टर ने 100 रुपीज दिए और आपके पास ऐसे 1 लाख रुपीज हो गए, ये एसेट ही है ना। इसको आप मैनेज इन्वेस्ट करते हो, मैनेज करके फिर ये सिक्योरिटी के शेयर्स आते हैं या जो भी इन्वेस्टमेंट्स होती हैं वो भी आपके एसेट्स होते हैं। तो इनको जो मैनेज करता है, इनका जो ओवरसी करता है, उसको एसेट मैनेजमेंट कंपनी बोलते हैं। Any questions on this? AMC तक हो गया। Any questions? Any questions? ठीक है. Next is brokerage houses. What is brokerage houses? For example, ICICI Direct. So अगर आपको कुछ शेयर्स खरीदने हैं तो आप डायरेक्टली स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे नहीं खरीद सकते. सपोज ये दिस स्टॉक एक्सचेंज SX लिखता हूँ. ठीक है. आप एक इंडिविजुअल है और ये एक ब्रोकर है. तो अगर आपको शेयर्स खरीदने हैं तो आप ब्रोकर को बोलते हो और ब्रोकर एक्सचेंज पे आपको हेल्प करता है शेयर्स खरीदने में. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज ब्रोकिंग हाउस. ये अपना ब्रोकरेज लेते हैं. लाइक ICICI डायरेक्ट है, शेयर खाना है, एडल्स है. ऑल दीज आर ब्रोकिंग फर्म्स. तो इसके पास जाके आप अपना, इसके थ्रू आपका जो ऑर्डर होता है वो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे पहुंचता है. डायरेक्टली स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे ऑर्डर नहीं डाल सकते. So, ऐसी कंपनीज को ब्रोकिंग हाउस. ठीक है. In case no questions on this, so we come to the last part of it. It's advisory companies. So क्लाइंट को कुछ भी करना हो और वो आपके पास आता है और कहता है इसकी मुझे एडवाइस दे दो, इसकी मुझे कंसल्टेंसी दे दो, वो आपका एडवाइजरी बिजनेस हो जाता है. दिस इज द मोस्ट एग्रेसिव बिजनेस फॉर अस. So this is the highest revenue contributing business for us. कुछ भी करना हो क्लाइंट को, सपोज उसको फंड्स रेज करने हो, उसको कोई M&A करना हो, जिसमें आपकी वो एडवाइस मांग रहा हो, आपसे कंसल्टेंसी मांग रहा हो, that falls in the category of advisory business. So this is broadly the ambit of investment bank. Okay, and this is commercial bank broken down into corporate and retail. So I'm giving you a minute or so. आप देख लीजिए दोबारा एक बार. इनमें से कोई आपको कुछ समझ नहीं आया, कुछ पूछना हो तो more than happy to explain again. Otherwise we'll wrap this slide. Any questions on this?
निशांत, लाइक जो हम शेयर्स खरीदते हैं किसी कंपनी के, वो हमें डायरेक्टली स्टॉक एक्सचेंज से क्यों नहीं खरीद सकते हैं? हमें ब्रोकर के थ्रू ही क्यों खरीदने पड़ते हैं?
If you need a loan, can you directly go to RBI? Why do you need to go to ICICI Bank, who is a member or registered member of RBI? ऐसा क्यों? डायरेक्टली क्यों नहीं जाना चाहिए आपको?
ओके, गॉट इट.
अगर आपको प्रेसिडेंट को अपनी कोई बात बोलनी है तो आप डायरेक्ट जाके प्रेसिडेंट को बोल सकते हो.
नहीं.
सो सेम लॉजिक करेक्ट, जो वर्किंग है अगर सब लोगों को डायरेक्टली स्टॉक एक्सचेंज पे सो जो मैनेज करना है डे टू डे प्रैक्टिकली वो इम्पॉसिबल हो जाए।
ठीक है ठीक है।
ठीक है, फाइन अंडरस्टैंड, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के लिए 100 ब्रोकर्स को मैनेज करना आसान है और हर एक ब्रोकर के लिए 1000 कस्टमर्स को मैनेज करना आसान है,
राइट।
इसलिए वो हायरार्की बनाई गई है।
ठीक है, थैंक
आपको
यू।
अपनी कंपनी के सीईओ को कुछ बोलना हो तो आप डायरेक्टली जाके बोल सकते हैं कि अपने बॉस के थ्रू ऊपर जाता है वो हायरार्की में।
बॉस के थ्रू ऑब्वियसली।
क्यों सब लोग डायरेक्टली क्यों रिपोर्ट नहीं करते हैं सीईओ को? प्रैक्टिकली डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा ना मैनेज करना।
या इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू मैनेज।
सेम कॉन्सेप्ट है।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Sir, why do we have? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So I just need to ask, the definition that you have given for asset management company is asset management company is something which is managing the funds ordered by the fund manager, who is investing the money of small investors into mutual funds. It's a
No, so the asset management company is not only managing the fund. The asset management company is who managing all the assets of the mutual fund. Those assets will include funds and will also include the investments created out of those funds.
Could you come back up with the last point? What was the last point, sir? The last one?
So asset management company will manage the assets of the mutual fund, which will include both investments and funds.
Okay.
Yeah, Pavleen.
Sir, why do we need the separate, like why there is separate advisory companies? Like in every aspect, when we go to the bank, either it is investment banking or is the commercial banking. But here, investment banking we are talking about. So, like we are getting the advices from how to go ahead and do the investments, or how to do the surplus money to be invested, or if we have the shortage or some so like what is the difference, like advisory bank companies do? They are also advising, and in other, say suppose I'm in the research, so I'm also going to, after doing the research, I will be giving them the advice only to go ahead and buy this share or that share. तो अलग से advisory company ऐसा क्या करते हैं?
नहीं, अलग से नहीं है। So ये सब डिफरेंट पार्ट्स है इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक के। ये एडवाइजरी कंपनी का मतलब है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक में हम लोग एडवाइजरी का भी काम करते हैं। अब वो एडवाइजरी का काम M&A से भी आ सकता है, रिसर्च से भी आ सकता है, डेरिवेटिव मार्केट में भी आ सकता है, प्रोजेक्ट फाइनेंस में भी आ सकता है, कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर में भी आ सकता है, वैल्यूएशन में भी आ सकता है, मॉडलिंग में भी आ सकता है। सो टू कीप इट सिंपल, एडवाइजरी का मतलब है, अच्छा आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो और डॉक्टर से आप कहते हो कि प्लीज आई एम नॉट फीलिंग वेल, डायग्नोज करो। वो आपको डायग्नोज करता है और आपको एक पेपर पे प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिख के देता है कि ऐसे ऐसे ट्रीटमेंट जाकर मेडिसिन ले लो, और उसका आपसे पैसा लगता है। उसने आपको कोई मेडिसिन नहीं दिया, आपको कोई ट्रीटमेंट नहीं किया, बट आपको उसने प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लिख के दी कि क्या करना चाहिए। पब्ली दैट इज कंसल्टेंसी ओनली, करेक्ट? डॉक्टर ने आपको एडवाइस ही तो किया ये करो। पब्ली
Yes, sir.
सेम चीज है
Yes,
अगर
I
आप
can
एक
hear you,
इन्वेस्टमेंट
sir. Yes.
बैंकर के पास एक इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर के पास जाते हो और आप बोलते हो कि मुझे ये करना है, कैसे करूं, क्या करूं, और वो आपको कहता है अच्छा ये स्टेप 1 करो, स्टेप 2 करो, स्टेप 3 करो, और आप वो करते हो, तो वो एडवाइजरी बिजनेस हो गया ना। उसके लिए आपको चार्ज करते हैं इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक।
Okay, sir.
And any other question on this slide? This is a very important slide. This gives you the entire ambit of commercial bank broken down into corporate and retail, and then you have investment bank on the other side. Okay, any other question, guys?
Sir, say suppose the you talked about the treasury department we do have for the bank. Now, say suppose the the corporate any of the sector don't have any any department for this, and they come to the bank and say that I do have the surplus of the money, or I do have a shortage. So in that case, the treasury department of the bank will be helping me out. Now, say suppose he is helping me out in this department, like in this case, so same goes for the advisory company as well. I go to the advisory company and I say that I have surplus of money, or I do have a shortage, do help me. They will be giving me the advice for it. So how they both will be getting the different from each other?
सी एडवाइजरी में वो सिर्फ आपको बताएगा ऐसा ऐसा कर सकते हो, पर अगर आप तब कहते हो ठीक है ऐसा मेरे को करके दे दो, तो फिर वो ट्रेजरी एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. सो कमिंग बैक टू द डॉक्टर एग्जाम, यू गो टू द डॉक्टर, डॉक्टर से कि ये मेडिसिन ले लो, या ये ट्रीटमेंट करा लो, ये सर्जरी करा लो, वो आप प्रिस्क्रिप्शन लेके आ जाते हो, तो आपने डॉक्टर से सिर्फ एडवाइजरी लिया, कंसल्टेंसी लिया, ट्रीटमेंट नहीं लिया, एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं करवाया. और आप बोलते डॉक्टर आप ही मेरा ट्रीटमेंट कर दो, और डॉक्टर आपको ट्रीटमेंट भी करता है या अपना मेडिसिन भी देता है, तो आपसे वो दो चीज के चार्ज करता है. एक वो कंसल्टेंसी जो आपको दी उसने, उसका पैसा चार्ज करता है, फिर उसके ऊपर जो ट्रीटमेंट करी उसका भी पैसा चार्ज करता है.
ठीक है, ओके सर.
Any other question? No? ठीक है. So this completes this part in terms of investment banking. We discussed this retail banking, we discussed corporate banks, retail bank. In terms of different products of retail bank, I think we discussed, but still I will cover. So savings account, you know, when you go to bank, and there are two types of accounts that you can open. One is savings account and current account. Current account is generally for the corporate, for the business purpose, and anything that any other account for other than the business purpose is a savings account. Mortgages, loans को mortgages बोलते हैं. Then you have debit cards and credit card. Difference between debit card and credit card. Debit card allows you to use your funds, and credit card में आप बैंक का funds use करते हो, फिर पेमेंट बाद में करते हो. So पहले आप शॉपिंग करते हो, शॉपिंग करके आप बैंक के फंड से पेमेंट होती है, फिर आप उसको ड्यू डेट पे पेमेंट करते हो. दैट्स द डिफरेंस डेबिट कार्ड एंड क्रेडिट कार्ड. डेबिट कार्ड में अगर आपके अकाउंट में पैसे नहीं है तो आप डेबिट कार्ड यूज नहीं कर पाओगे, बट क्रेडिट कार्ड आप फिर भी यूज कर सकते हो अगर आपके अकाउंट में पैसे नहीं है तो. लोन्स, दो तरह के लोन्स होते हैं, एक होता है सिक्योर्ड लोन, एक होता है अनसिक्योर्ड लोन. अनसिक्योर्ड लोन का एग्जांपल पर्सनल लोन्स होता है, और सिक्योर्ड लोन का एग्जांपल होम लोन होता है. So these are the typical banking products and services. कुछ पूछना है इस स्लाइड पे? Any questions on this slide? Okay. So that completes your first section of this module. So next section हम कल start करेंगे. There's no point of starting this for 5-10 minutes. This is anyways long session. So any doubt before we wrap up first section, which is just an introduction of what is commercial bank, what is investment bank, and getting into overview of what are the different types of activities that investment bank do. Any question before we close?
Nishant,
Sir,
could you
I-
please explain the M&As?
Sorry, what M&A?
Could
Boutique
you please
M&A.
explain the boutique M&As? Yeah.
So boutique M&As is that activity of the investment bank which focuses on a small M&As. Those are called a boutique M&As. Not a very big M&A transaction. Small M&A transactions are called as boutique M&A.
Okay. ठीक है.
Sir, why
Come on.
mortgages are secured and personal loans are not secured?
दो तरह के लोन्स होते हैं ना. एक लोन्स है जिसमें आप सिक्योर्ड कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल होम लोन्स होता है. होम लोन में अगर आप बैंक को रीपेमेंट नहीं करते तो बैंक आपकी प्रॉपर्टी को टेक ओवर कर लेता है. तो ऐसे लोन्स में जिसके विच आर बैक्ड बाय एन एसेट आर कॉल्ड एज सिक्योर्ड लोन्स. और ऐसे लोन जिसपे कोई एसेट नहीं होता है, जिसके कोई बैकिंग नहीं, जैसे क्रेडिट कार्ड. अगर आप क्रेडिट कार्ड पर डिफॉल्ट करोगे तो बैंक आपका कोई एसेट नहीं ले पाएगा, तो उसको अनसिक्योर्ड लोन्स बोलते हैं.
Okay. बच्चे क्रेडिट कार्ड में तो आजकल वेरिफिकेशन और बाकी सब चीजें करते हैं. सो क्या वो किस पर्पज से
नहीं,
होती है?
वेरिफिकेशन अलग चीज है. और वेरिफिकेशन करके ऐसा कहीं एग्रीमेंट तो साइन नहीं होता ना. अगर आपने क्रेडिट कार्ड की पेमेंट नहीं किया तो आपके घर को बेच देंगे, ऐसा कोई एग्रीमेंट साइन होता है क्या?
नहीं सर, ऐसा तो नहीं.
पर होम लोन में होता है. अगर आपने होम लोन की पेमेंट नहीं करी तो आपके घर को बेच सकते हैं.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
सिमिलरली कार लोन में भी ऐसे होता है. अगर आपने कार लोन की रीपेमेंट नहीं करी तो कार को बेच सकते हैं.
थैंक यू सर.
Guys, any other question before we close? चलिए ठीक है. So in case no questions, so thanks and we'll connect tomorrow and we'll continue. Thanks. Bye.
Bye sir.
Thank you, Nishant. Bye.
Thank you sir.